At this defining moment, change has come to America.
It was 8 years ago when America elected its first African-American president. Earlier that night, I was in Washington, D.C. at Howard, a historically black university. In the moment Obama was declared the winner, the room erupted. In the melee that followed, I spoke to two young women who until then had never dared to dream this moment would ever come.
Did you not think it could happen?
I never thought in my lifetime that it would happen, but it happened tonight. It's a reality and we did it. America is now more united, we did it.
Because I can't believe that I got the opportunity to live to see something so great. Like, I can't describe it. I can't believe I got the chance to vote for the first black president.
They were just two young, joyous faces in the crowd. We didn't even know their names. All these years on, what had they made of Obama's presidency and their dreams of what it would bring? Finding one of them took us to the city of New Orleans, the Big Easy. The racial scar on President Bush's reign, the city has never fully recovered from Hurricane Katrina. This is where we found Sandy Booker, in her hometown. Now 26, she's doing an MBA at MIT and hoping to launch her own business.
How are you?
Lovely to see you.
It's so good to see you.
Very nice to see you.
She is a living testament to what happened here. The largely black community flooded out of the city by Katrina, many of them never to return. She herself says she is still not ready to go back to the devastated district where she lived.
We're already talking about it long before the maths.
I was curious to see how she feels now about the night Obama won.
Oh.
I'm on a chair, I think.
Their parents were at school when Martin Luther King was slain. Their grandparents were the children of slaves. For them, America has crossed a rampart from which no retreat is possible.
It's a reality and we did it. America is now. Oh my God.
There you are. There you are.
Wow.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Are you as hopeful today as you were 8 years ago?
No, in no way. In no certain way. There's still a lot of us who are suffering and who have not experienced the hope that was promised, I think, in that video, to be quite honest.
What should he have achieved that he didn't?
I think that he had a big impact for a lot of communities except his own. I wish that my black president would have spoken more to black people. When it comes to whether it's the justice system, equal access to health care, job opportunities, the suffering that we've had at the hands of police, he quite honestly failed us and disappointed a lot of black people.
As a highly educated black woman, do you experience prejudice?
So I've dealt with it in different ways. I was in a car with my girlfriend. We were stopped by a cop and he never told us the reason for stopping us. But I just remember the fear that grasped me. I couldn't even look him in the face because in that moment I was scared for my life. I can't take out a graduate degree from MIT and say, look, this is who I am. That doesn't matter in that moment because in that moment, my skin is seen as a threat. Imagine how that feels. For the color of your skin to be seen as a threat to a police officer who has the power to let you walk away with your life or not. Doesn't matter what heights you ascend to in this country. Doesn't matter, you know, so. And that's what's upsetting. To come from this great place, I came from poverty, and to ascend to the heights that I have with an education, but to still know that to some people, I'm judged simply by the color of my skin. That's hard. Yeah.
8 years ago, she said America was more united than ever. Her feelings now couldn't be more different.
the time was now, and I don't know that he sees that time and that moment in the way that he could have. And so it's kind of like, you know, I look back and it's, well, what happened? What happened to the promise?
We found our other face in the crowd much further north, in Obama's hometown, Chicago. When Obama was elected, Kelani Cook was 19, studying medicine. She's now 27, a software engineer. I caught up with her at her mum's house in the Chicago suburbs.
I don't know what's making me emotional.
Do you still feel like that?
100%. 100%.
He's not disappointed you?
I think that in a lot of ways, President Obama's hands were tied in a lot of different ways. And so for that reason, do I agree with every little thing he did? Not necessarily, but to see like everyone come together and like vote for someone who even 50 years ago, no one would have ever even looked his direction, you know? And so I think his presidency means so much.
Hope was his campaign. Are there things that you hoped for then that he hasn't delivered?
I think everyone put so much pressure on one man. He couldn't be black people's president. He had to be everyone's president. And I think a lot of people lost sight of that. They kind of looked at him as a savior instead of someone who just wanted to create a little change each day at a time.
So what has having a black president done to race?
I think it shed a light on the people who weren't ready for that to happen. And his election opened up Pandora's box of these sub-communities who just absolutely weren't for it. Trump would not be where he is had Obama not been president, period. Because Trump is catering to those people who that night of the election that you watched me scream and yell and cry, those people who were doing the same thing but for a different reason. They were screaming, yelling, and crying because they could not, at the end of the day, have a black man in the White House.
I wonder how history will judge him.
I hope history is fair to him.
It was here in Chicago's Grant Park where Obama gave his historic acceptance speech.
But tonight, because of what we did
During his time in office, he was stymied by a Republican-held Congress. His presidency was also overshadowed by the worst racial tension in America since the Civil Rights Movement in the 60s.
Oh, this is it.
This is it. Grant Park, where Obama gave his speech. This is so cool.
He would say, it's not about the red states. It's not about the blue states.
We have never been just a collection of individuals or a collection of red states and blue states.
It's about the United States of America.
We are and always will be the United States of America.
I must say you're pretty good. I'm passing it to you. I'm passing it to you, America. Thank you for these 8 years. Obama out. And he moonwalks off the stage. Oh, Obama, Obama.
Hallelujah, Lord is just.
Could he have done more? Should he have done more? The symbolism, the expectation were so high. Perhaps the legacy of that joyous night 8 years ago is one of both pride and disappointment.